Sometimes you see something so stupid on the internet that it saps away some of your life force. Like, it's only 4 p.m. and I feel like it's 4 a.m. and I've stayed up all day long because of what I just read on Reddit. So let's talk for a minute about Rainway. Now, Rainway, for all of you who don't know, is a piece of vaporware, a streaming gamer software solution which purports to basically be like Steam Link, except it's on all platforms. And that's the big old dream we've all been waiting for. And whatever, that's a cool goal. So back in space year 2017, the Nintendo Switch came out. It was pretty good, and people were generally pretty happy with it. But there weren't a lot of games out, so anytime any little game got announced for the Switch, people just got so excited. There would be posts about it on every single subreddit, r/Nintendo, r/Nintendo Switch, ow, r/Switch, and you'd see it on Twitter, and then GameXplain would do a video about it, and then Philip Mewson probably would do a video about it. And because of this, no matter what got announced for the Switch, a lot of press would follow. So, what Rainway did was say, oh, wouldn't it be super great if there was a Switch version? And everyone agreed, yeah, it'd be pretty awesome if there was a Switch version. And then what they did was they went out and said, yeah, well, you know, the ball's in Nintendo's court, so let's all it's a team effort. Let's make sure that Nintendo knows that there's a demand, okay? And everyone went, yeah, duh, of course it's in Nintendo's court. You're not making a game. But whatever, we hope it gets approved because it seems cool. And then Rainway put out a video called First Look at Rainway. And in this video, you see 2 Nintendo Switches running Rainway. So a normal person would watch this video and be led to believe, and I know this is crazy, because I've been spoken to by the CEO of Rainway in a negative fashion after suggesting what I'm about to suggest. But when I watched that video of Rainway running on a Nintendo Switch, or rather 2 Nintendo Switches, I thought to myself, Rainway is coming to the Nintendo Switch. But if you look on this conversation Andrew Sampson and myself had, Andrew Sampson being the CEO of Rainway, it's pretty interesting. So there's a subreddit called Cloudy Gamer, and on it someone posted a link, and that was a link to this tweet. And this tweet says, "We are currently actively developing Rainway for Android and the Xbox One. The Switch is not in active development as we have not received approval from Nintendo to do so yet. When we have an update, one will be posted." Wait a minute, but you showed 2 Nintendo Switches running your software. So someone posted a link to that tweet in r/Cloudy Gamer, and Andrew Sampson, CEO of Rainway, responded with this. "Hi, Andrew Sampson, CEO of Rainway here. Just in case anyone wants an actual update on what is going on with the Switch. We built technical demos early on as a proof of concept and always labeled them as such to show both consumers and Nintendo our technology could work on the Switch. That version of Rainway on the Switch is limited and cannot progress any further, and as a result we must wait on Nintendo to approve our full application, which we are still working at. To summarize, no, we aren't actively coding a Switch application, and we've been saying that since well before our launch." I know this is not the news people want to hear, but we've also said it for months. We had a policy of saying nothing until we had news and changed it for transparency. It seems it did more harm than good, so for that, we're sorry. Oh, so you had news when you were showing the Nintendo Switch, 2 of them running your software. Cool. So I responded and I said, "You've been saying you aren't coding a Switch app since well before launch? Okay, Then why are there 2 Nintendo Switch consoles running Rainway in your first look video, which is more than any other individual hardware device, when it's the only device that, at present, your team cannot ship on? Andrew writes, well, if you missed it, we built a working Rainway implementation for the Switch. Also, saying it shows up more than any other device conveniently ignores that we showed iOS, Android, Xbox, and PC, of which only one is out. Why? Because as the video says, it shows our vision for the future of PC and mobile gaming. Nowhere was there ever a claim to partnership with anyone, and we were transparent about that from the start. I didn't mention the other devices because they weren't pertinent to my criticism, which is that pound for pound, the Nintendo Switch takes up more screen time than anything else in your reveal video. The reactions to that video largely center around the Switch version, and your response is to address this excitement by revealing it's actually not a priority, or possible due to circumstances out of your control, 9 months later? You also don't have your community management staff asking Apple and Google to bless you in funny, quirky little tweets like they do with Nintendo. I'm excited by Rainway's tech and the cool developments you guys have made, but I am supremely disappointed by how your team has chosen to spread the word and create excitement in a few select online communities by cleverly omitting important information. If you were that dedicated to transparency, you wouldn't have waited for press to contact you to straighten out the fact that a Switch version is currently not in the cards. But that would have put a bit of a damper on the increasing momentum in free marketing from back then. I'm also profoundly saddened by the confrontational tone you take with critics on social media. I don't see the value in being adversarial if your actual goal is to set records straight. 9 months later, this has been the exact message we've said for the last 9 months. Just because people are seeing it now after we had to state it again does not mean we haven't said anything. Also, getting approved for every other platform took less time. Given Nintendo walked back their promise to open up the Switch to all, I'm not sure what the last part even implies. So let me get this straight. You make an implied statement by showing the Switch over and over running Rainway in your reveal ad, then blame the viewers for not understanding that what you were actually showing was a non-literal, fictional vision of the future. A future where Nintendo approves you to create this app for their system. A system which appears twice in said ad. Okay, our fault. We should have known to ask questions like that, which in most cases would be redundant to ask, after seeing such clear, calculated, and confident imagery. And I'm not implying anything by suggesting that your transparency taking 9 months to surface is off color. I'm basically directly stating that you know exactly what you're doing, but miscalculated how cool people would be with your transparent, and not the good transparent, which we wish you were and you claim to be, marketing tactics. At what point were you under the impression Nintendo promised to open up the Switch to all when you don't create game software? And when did you realize they walked back that promise? Was it before or after you finalized the reveal ad, which shows 2 units running Rainway? His only response to my multiple paragraphs at this point is to one sentence, actually one sentence fragment, and the actual statements. Look, we get it. Some people didn't read outside of what is in the video, and I get how it can be confusing. But to claim we didn't say anything is just untrue. And we did so on the main stage so people could be informed. It didn't take us 9 months to say something. We've been saying something for 9 months. But it's pretty interesting that the main stage that he refers to is pretty much Twitter replies and like their Discord server. Not, a big, fancy, expensive YouTube video where lies are being told, but whatever. So I responded, look, I'll concede that if people dug deeper than the reveal ad and scrolled back 8 months to find Twitter posts about it, they could find out that it was speculative fiction. But earlier, you tried to take me to the mat for conveniently ignoring part of a reveal ad. Why did you conveniently ignore this question from my last reply? At what point were you under the impression Nintendo promised to open up the Switch to all when you don't create game software? And when did you realize they walked back that promise? Was it before or after you finalized the reveal ad, which shows 2 units running Rainway? He only responded to one sentence. Fragment. Try like last week, my dude. We've been saying this for close to a year. Then he proceeded to erase the entire comment thread. So, I don't have much to say about this. I'm pretty sure Andrew Sampson, CEO of Rainway, knows exactly what he's doing. I just think he's not good at doing it. He's apparently been blocking journalists on Twitter for critiquing him and his pinhead idea of guerrilla marketing. And yeah, he's been getting in arguments all day on Reddit and then erasing the arguments. But everyone's seeing him do it. Like, you know, I don't know if he knows that it's not covering your tracks to write a bunch of shit and then erase it. Like, it doesn't erase what everyone else said to you. And now people are catching on, so now everyone is quoting the posts in their replies because he can't delete those. So I don't know. Rainway seems like really cool tech. It would be cool if it came to the Switch. My computer and my Switch are in the same room, so I don't really have a stake in this. I don't care all that much anymore. But it's an exciting idea. I mean, I have a Steam Link, and when my friends come over, I don't waltz them up here into my room to use my computer. The Steam Link goes downstairs on a TV down there, and we can play stuff down there. It's great. If I could do that with my Switch, that'd be awesome. But the problem is someone suffering very terribly from pinhead syndrome is running the show over there. And he either doesn't realize the implications of the software that he creates, which makes him stupid, or he's pretending not to in order to ride the coattails of Nintendo Switch's, success and momentum without getting in trouble for it, which makes him a dick. Anyway, I'm not going to post this. Actually, I probably will, but I'm not going to put it on the VG Bytes. It ended up being not as fun of a video as I was thinking it might be, but I think it's probably funny enough to put on Captain Comedy. And hey, if you want stuff similar to this, eventually, don't forget to follow me on VG Bytes, and I'll post a video on there probably in like 2025. All right, bye.